I found this Reddit post, but before I start, listen for 30 seconds because this story is not about a gold digger girlfriend. It's about something worse. Parents who slowly stop loving you and start seeing you as money, as a deal, as an opportunity. This is the story of a boy who trusted his family more than anything, who believed his parents would always protect him. But one day he hears something that completely destroys that belief, and what he discovers next will shock you. So don't skip, stay till the end. Now I'm starting the real story. My name is Kevin, and I was 20 when everything changed. I grew up in a small house with my mom and dad. We didn't have much money, but we had peace, or at least I thought we did. My dad worked in construction and came home tired every day. My mom cooked, cleaned, and always asked me about my day. I believed my family was normal, simple, and real, until my uncle passed away and left behind something none of us expected: money. A lot of money. I remember the day clearly. My dad got the call. His face went from serious to shock, and then something else. Something I had never seen before. Excitement. That night, the house felt different. Not sad, not emotional, but tense, like something invisible had entered our home. The next few days, everything started changing slowly. My dad began making calls non-stop, talking about investments, property, business deals, words he had never used before. My mom started looking at things differently too. She stopped talking about groceries and started talking about upgrading our life, about not living small anymore. At first I thought maybe this was normal. Maybe people change when they get money. But then things started getting strange. They began asking me questions they never cared about before. What are your future plans? How much can you earn? Do you really need college? The tone wasn't caring. It felt like they were calculating something, measuring me like I was an investment. I ignored it at first, but then came the moment that made my chest feel tight. One evening, my dad sat me down, his face serious. "Kevin, we need to talk about your future," he said. I nodded, confused. "There's an opportunity," he continued. "A family we know. They're very wealthy." My heart sank slightly. "Okay," I said slowly. "They have a daughter," he added. My mind froze. "What?" I said, thinking I heard wrong. "Marriage," he said calmly, like it was nothing, like it was normal. My chest tightened. "Dad, I'm 20," I said. "This is not about age," he replied. "This is about your future." That word hit differently. Future. It didn't sound like concern. It sounded like a deal. My mom joined in, her voice softer but still strange. "You'll be secure for life," she said. I shook my head. "I don't want that," I said. My dad's expression changed. "Don't be stupid," he snapped. "We're trying to give you a better life." I stood up, my heart racing. "No. You're trying to sell my life." Silence filled the room, heavy and uncomfortable. My dad stood up slowly, his presence suddenly intimidating. "Watch your words," he said, and for the first time in my life, I felt scared of him, not because of what he might do, but because I didn't recognize him anymore. The man who once told me to follow my dreams was now telling me to follow money. Days passed and things got worse. They started controlling everything, my schedule, my choices, even my phone. My mom kept reminding me how lucky I was. My dad became colder, distant, like I wasn't his son anymore, but a deal waiting to happen. And then came the night that changed everything. It was around midnight. I woke up to get water. The house was silent, dark, but as I walked past their room, I heard voices, low, serious. I stopped without thinking. Something felt wrong. "He'll agree eventually," my dad said. "He has no choice," my mom replied. "And once the marriage is done, everything connects. Property, business, everything." My heart stopped. I felt like I couldn't breathe. "What if he refuses?" my mom asked. And then my dad said something that froze me completely. "Then we make him." Those words echoed in my head. I stepped back slowly, my hands shaking, my chest tight. This wasn't a misunderstanding anymore. This was real. My own parents, planning my life like a transaction. And in that moment, something inside me broke. Not loudly, not suddenly, quietly, deeply. I realized something I never thought I would. My parents didn't see me as their son anymore. They saw me as money, and I didn't know what to do next. The next day, everything felt heavy, like the air itself had weight. I looked at my parents differently, noticing things I ignored before. The way they talked, the way they looked at me. It wasn't love anymore. It was expectation, control, pressure. My dad handed me a photo that morning. "This is her," he said. I looked at it. A girl smiling perfectly. Someone I had never met. Someone who was supposed to become my future, but it didn't feel like a future. It felt like a trap. "You're meeting her this weekend," he added. "No," I said immediately, my voice firm. My dad's face hardened. "This is not a choice," he replied, stepping closer. "You don't understand what's at stake." My chest burned. "I don't care," I said. And that's when everything exploded. He grabbed my arm tightly, harder than ever before. "You will do this," he said through his teeth. And for a moment, I saw it clearly. Not anger, not care, control. I pulled my arm back. "Don't touch me," I said, my voice shaking but strong. My mom stepped in. "Stop this," she said, but her voice didn't sound protective. It sounded worried about the deal, not me. "You're throwing away everything," my dad shouted. And then he pushed me, this time harder. I stumbled back, hitting the table behind me. Pain shot through my back, but it wasn't the pain that hurt. It was the realization. My own father had crossed a line and there was no going back. Silence filled the room, heavy, broken. I looked at them both, my heart racing, my mind clear for the first time. "I'm leaving," I said quietly. My mom's eyes widened. "Don't be dramatic," she said, but I shook my head. "I'm serious." I walked to my room, my hands shaking as I packed a small bag, clothes, some money, my phone. I looked around one last time. The walls that once felt like home now felt like a cage. I stepped outside into the cold night, the door closing behind me louder than expected, and just like that, everything changed. Days passed. I stayed with a friend, worked extra shifts, started building my life from zero. It wasn't easy. There were nights I felt alone, confused, hurt, but slowly I started feeling free, like I was finally living my own life, not someone else's plan. Weeks later, I got a message from my mom. "Come back, we can talk." I stared at the screen for a long time, my chest tight. Part of me wanted to go back to fix things, but another part of me knew the truth. Some things can't be fixed. I replied simply, "I hope you find what you're looking for," and blocked the number. Because sometimes walking away is the only way to save yourself, and that's when I realized something important. Not everyone who calls you family truly cares about you. you. Sometimes money changes people, sometimes it shows who they really are, and sometimes you have to choose yourself, even if it means losing everything else. So yeah, that's my story. If you stayed till the end, tell me, would you have stayed and fought or walked away like I did? Like if this felt real, comment your answer and share this with someone who needs to hear it.